afternoon, everyone. Today is Friday of the 17th week in Ordinary Time. Today we celebrate the optional memorial of St. Peter Chrysogalus. However, yesterday the memorial of St. Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. Do you remember at a time it was only Martha on yesterday's date? Only Martha. But recently, the Holy Father has, thankfully, included Mary and Lazarus to that memorial. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that he did that. That was beautiful that it's Martha, Mary, and Lazarus on that day. And that was yesterday. So you might have heard the priest praying those prayers in the collect and maybe in the other prayers of the Mass of Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. As you know, I was on retreat this past week, and I was at our seminary. What a beautiful time we had. Ah, very lovely. However, I'm happy to be home, happy to be back. It's always nice to go away. It's always nice to be back. So I was on, of course, a 5-day retreat. Of course, Friday, today, was the ending, and we ended about noonish. So it was very nice. Very nice. We had Father Paul Scalia, who is the son of the former justice. You know, we remember Antonin Scalia, who died? Well, his son is a Catholic priest and a priest of the Diocese of Arlington, Virginia. Well, he was the retreat master. Did a very lovely job. And I'm glad to be home. I'm glad to be home because I'm on the retreat committee. It's always nice to be home, and thankfully everything went well, you know? So I'm very happy about all of that. And it's also nice to be renewed spiritually. So yes, yesterday was Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. That's beautiful. So we have the prayers for the missal because, you know, the books have already been published, but there's always an insert that we have when the Holy Father or the Congregation of Saints make an addition, or the Congregation of, not the Saints, the Congregation of the Sacraments and the Discipline, the Congregation of Worship and the Discipline of Sacraments. There it is. How to get that tongue twister out of me. Yeah, they make those kind of changes when the Holy Father has made a decision that he wants to include another person on the calendar that was not on the calendar previously. Like I said to you a few moments ago, very happy that the Holy Father did that. Martha, Mary of Bethany, and Lazarus, all on one memorial. So it's nice, very nice. Well, anyway, I want to talk to you a little bit about, you know, just my retreat, if that's okay with you. So, you know, every year priests are required to go on a retreat. They are to take at least 5 days and to be away from parish work to recharge their batteries, spiritually speaking. And I think that's a very good law to have for priests, to make sure that your priests are away and taking time for prayer. Because if you don't go to the mountain, so to speak, and commune with God, what good are you to anybody else? If the priest doesn't have time to pray, reflect, and rest, what good is he? What good is he if he's constantly working and constantly doing things around the parish, but he doesn't take time for himself to make sure that his spiritual batteries are recharged? So I'm going to just thank the priest of St. Eleanor's for covering for me for this past week. I really appreciate it. Monday I was able to celebrate Mass here, as you know, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I couldn't because the retreat began at 4:30 on Monday. So I was able to celebrate of course, the 9 o'clock Mass on Monday, but the rest of the week I could not. So it was at our seminary, which is always a nice place to be. Our seminary is beautiful. You know, This September, we would be there 150 years on that site. I know, it's crazy. 150 years. Now, we have been at other sites, and we are going to be moving in about 2 years, I think. But I think just to celebrate, we're going to have a celebration, by the way, in September for the 150th anniversary. That's the longest site we've been in the Overbrook campus. We call it the Overbrook campus. We've been to other sites for shorter periods of time, never 150 years. St. Charles Seminary has been at other sites, but at the Overbrook campus site for 150 years. Well, in about 2 years or 2.5 to 3 years, we're moving to Gwinnett University. So we have a parcel of land that we have property and we have buildings, but we also have to build. So we have, it's both ends. It's Catholic, it's both ends. So we're going to be building some buildings there, but we already are going to be using some of the buildings that we ascertained from Gwinnett University. So we're not part of their university. We're on what is considered their property, but we're not part of their university. So I don't want you to think that in 3 years when you hear that we're no longer at the Overbrook site, you know, they went to Gwinnett University and they're part of now Gwinnett. We're not part of Gwinnett. We're just on the property. So just wanted to share that with you. Also wanted to share with you how important it is to pray for an increase in vocations to the priesthood and consecrated life. So we'll be soon having a vocation kind of holy hour, and there's going to be 3 seminarians coming over the summer spending time with us overnight, and that's going to be on Thursday and Friday. I believe it's August 4th and 5th, or 5th and 6th, that they're going to be spending some time with us. So they're doing what is a bike hike, and it's all to promote vocations. Well, they're going to come on St. Mary's campus on the 5th and the 6th, right? Mm-hmm. So the 5th and the 6th.
Biking for vocations.
Yeah, biking for vocations, yeah. Right? Yes. So the 5th and the 6th. So they're going to come here and have dinner with me, and there's going to be a priest with them biking. So it'll be 3 seminarians and a priest, so 4. And then, of course, I'll have dinner with them, and then after dinner, we'll have an opportunity to have a Q&A in our church. So I'm going to invite you on that night to come over to church about 6:30 for a Q&A, and just to support the seminarians. When I say support, by your presence. By your presence. That's it. You know, just come out and just tell them, hey, we give you love. We give you love and we give you support, and we're praying for you. Because we know it's not always easy to sustain a vocation in today's world, to persevere in that. So anyway, they're going to be coming over for a Q&A at 6:30, and at 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we're going to have a holy hour in which the seminarians will serve and read, and we'll have a holy hour, perhaps evening prayer, benediction, and that would be beautiful. The next day, we're going to have Mass at 9 o'clock, and they'll serve and read, and also, not only that, but after communion, they'll also give their story, and then they go off to the next place after that Friday morning's Mass. So can I please ask you to come to that? So it's going to be on August 5th and 6th. So of course, 6:30 Q&A, followed by 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock holy hour, followed by the next day 9 o'clock Mass with a vocation story after the homily, after communion. And then we're going to ring bells. We're going to have, I don't know if you've ever seen Biking for Vocations, but I have, and if you go on the seminary's website, you can see it. So we line the drive, and they take their bikes and they pass us, but we like cheer them on. We don't like you know, we don't have pots and pans, but we have like little bells.
Cowbells.
Like little cowbells. That's indigenous to this area. So we have little cowbells, and then they're like, yay! And they go off to the next parish. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. And please pray for vocations. You know how we talk about we want people to come back to Mass, we want people to be part of a parish. Well, they go hand in hand, because how can we get seminarians unless people go to church? Seriously, right? You have to be at Mass to understand, to fall in love with God, to have a relationship with God, so that God can call you. And then if God calls you to enter the seminary and to discern if that's what you really want, if that's what He really wants of you, and you'll know that. Do you see how they all like go hand in hand? So I really would appreciate your support for the seminarians on August the 5th, August the 6th. So it's beautiful, those 2 days. August the 6th is really the Transfiguration. Beautiful. So please come around and support our seminary and our seminarians, the St. Charles Borromeo Biking for Vocations, and their seminarians studying at St. Charles. They're going to be our future priests one day, God willing. And so we want to pray and support them. Thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for supporting me in my vocation. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you for your love and your care for me. And I just think it's wonderful. And I say that because I feel the love. I feel it. I know you express it so well. And I just want to let you know that it does not go unnoticed. It is noticed. Have a nice day, everybody.